Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back out here to another video. And today, we have bought a farm. So it's basically a farm out in the middle, or it's basically a shed out in the middle of the field that has a whole bunch of equipment on it. Seems like it'd be a good investment. I've never farmed before, so I bought this Duramax. I bought a Duramax, skid loader, and a four-wheeler, and I decided to come out here to Iowa and begin farming. So hopefully it works out well for us. But it's harvest season for us. It's October. They said they planted a whole bunch of beans and corn before they left, so we're gonna have to get real busy up in here today. So anyway, we are gonna go head on out to the farm now if I can find it. Got the handy GPS on the Duramax here, but we better head out to the farm and check it out and see what we can tear up today. So we're gonna go ahead and mute you when we get out to the farm. Well, we just now pulled onto the road that we live on supposedly. It's on down here ways. We're kind of in the bottoms, kind of not, it's kind of depending, but I believe we have 2 fields of corn and a few fields of beans. I'm not quite sure, I don't remember. And we're drifting down the hill there, but we have a lot to harvest in a short amount of time, and I don't even remember what all equipment we got. Hopefully it's some halfway decent stuff, and hopefully it'll last us for what we need, and then maybe we can upgrade down the future. I'm not sure yet, but hopefully this will get us by this year, and whenever we get to the farm, we'll give you a little equipment tour. Well, we're just now pulling up to our farm here. That's part of our land, so we got corn, and it looks like beans up here that are both ready. It's not much of a farm. All we got is mostly just a shed, but we're going to pull on in here. Went in a little hot, but we need to unhook the skid loader. I think we're just going to park it right here for now. I'm gonna go out and unhook this thing real quick. Alright, so we got that there. Let's go ahead and pull the truck forward, and I'm gonna go ahead and get the shed unlocked here, and we'll give you a little bit of a tour. Well, looks like for equipment we have a John Deere 8200 with rear duals. It looks like we got a Kinsey 3600 planter. Looks like we have an old square body. I think it has the diesel in it, and we have that. And we have a 9470 STS combine. This is a very nice combine. Hopefully it'll do the job for us. Then we got a Parker 6500 grain cart. And we have a John Deere 630 disc. And an old International S1800 for a old straight truck that we have. So we're going to go ahead and get some stuff pulled out of here and moved around. But first we need to unload the Honda from the old Duramax here, and we'll catch you when we get it unloaded. And there we go. A little off-roading here on the old Honda Rancher. So I think we're gonna go drive around and see what we got for a little bit of fields before we finish up the rest of that. If we just go on up the road here, there's some more land that is ours. I don't know how much more land is up here, but we should probably go check it out before, just to make sure we can get to it with the combine. More than likely, I think we can run with the head down the field, or down the road here. And this Honda's a little wobbly on the steering, but I believe it is that way. No, it's right up here. So let's see what we got for more land up here. I don't know how much land is up here, and it looks like that corn is not ours. This is cut. I think it was corn, looks like it, and then looks like we have beans up here. Yep, so it looks like we got beans. So we have a lot to do today. So we're gonna go ahead and go get stuff pulled out, and we'll meet you when we get back to the farm. Well, we just made it back to the farm here. We're gonna shut that off here. We should probably get these doors open for us here. Go ahead and get that one open. And we're gonna go pull the old square body out, because we have to pull a whole bunch of stuff on to get out. So we're gonna go ahead and fire her up and see how she sounds. Oh, sounds pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and pull this forward here. We need the 8300 more than likely to run the grain cart today. I think this is going to be our main farm truck. It has a flatbed on it. It's pretty nice. I think we're just going to park it right about here. I wish we had more land to park stuff, but we got what we got to work with right now. Hopefully we can upgrade down the future. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pull this out, and then I'm going to put the planter back in its spot here. So let's go ahead and see if I can squeeze on in here. Alright, looks like we can. We're going to fire up. I'm glad everything runs here. That makes life 10 times easier. So we're going to go ahead and pull this forward, and then I'm going to move the 8300 with the planter, or the 8200, sorry. We'll need this out anyway, so we're just going to go ahead and park this thing right here. And we're going to run out and get the 8200 moved, and yeah, so we'll catch you in a minute. Well, we just moved the Kinsey over there. Now we have to get the old Parker hooked up. Let's go ahead and about there. Let's go ahead and hop out and hook her up real quick. Alright, let's go ahead and do that here. And we need to get the PTO hooked up real quick. And alrighty, well, we got everything hooked up here. We're going to go ahead and pull the 8200 on out here. Since we have everything up and running now we just have to move the combine out here. And I think we're going to get started on corn today. Or hopefully we can. We'll have to find the head because I don't know where the head is at for the combine. So anyway, we will catch you whenever I find the head for the combine. Well, I just found the old corn head here, so we're gonna go ahead and fire up the 9470. Let's go ahead and crank her on up. Sounds pretty darn good, so let's go ahead and pull her out this door. I'm not gonna worry about I don't think we're gonna use a grain cart quite yet. We might have to later. Let's go ahead and hit that on real quick, and I gotta get out and hook up the PTO shafts real quick. Got the hoses hooked up. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and turn her on here so she works, and we're gonna go over here, and I think, yeah, we're just gonna bring the grain cart, and then I'll just have the old International sitting over here for us for a while. So we're gonna go ahead and head on down the road here, get our hazards on so we're properly safe. Shouldn't be anybody over here, but you never know, so it's better safe than sorry. So we're going to go ahead and head on up the bridge and hopefully get this field opened up to where we can get the grain cart over here. I don't know how long this field will take us. Hopefully not too long, but more than likely I'm going to put you guys on a time lapse. And we'll get this field finished up and hopefully get some money from this grain. So we will catch you here in a little bit. Well, we've been getting along here pretty good. We're full here, and we gotta go grab the 8200 over here, and we have to go fill this thing up. It's not yielding too bad, but it's not great either, so we're gonna go ahead and hitch a ride over there, and we'll catch you when we get back. We're gonna go ahead and get the hazards on here. Let's go ahead and get the hazards on, and we're gonna go ahead and head on over to the field here and get the grain cart filled up, and then more than likely bring it back over to the straight truck there. So we will catch you when we get here. As of right now, I'm really liking this tractor. I like it a lot. It should run us pretty good. We've been getting along pretty good, especially for my first time really combining, especially since I bought the farm. So we're gonna pull down on in here. Alrighty, let's go ahead and see here. Alright, let's see. Alright, we're going to get this to unload in here. We're going to turn off the flashers. We're just going to leave this running. I don't know how much I don't know how it'll fill this. Shouldn't, but you never know. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing unloaded here real quick, and we'll catch you when we get done. Well, the combine's empty here, and we're going to go ahead and get everything folded back in here, and we need to get started on our next row here. And let's go ahead and get her turned on and get to cutting here. I really like this combine. It cuts pretty good. It does everything how it should. And let's see, I'm missing some corn here. But yeah, it's doing a great job. This 8-row. I wish we had a little bigger one. It doesn't really matter as of right now, but maybe next year we can upgrade to maybe a 12 if I can cut, right? Anyway, we'll catch you. I'm gonna put you guys back on a time lapse, and we'll catch you when we get done with this field. Well, we've been getting along pretty good. We're finally finished here. We're gonna go ahead and get the auger folded out because we gotta finish up dumping on this Parker over here, and then we're done. Then we gotta take a load of corn into town because we don't got any bins to store it. So let's see here. Let me get on this side here, and then while that's dumping, I'm gonna go get in the tractor and see if I can get it started, and then we'll go get the grain truck. Well, looks like the grain cart's full, so we better get out and go hop in the tractor here. Go ahead and get my hazards on, and we're gonna go ahead and get all moving down the road. Go fill up the grain truck, and then we have to run into town and sell some grain here. And let's get up here, make sure everybody's coming, and we're good to go here. So we're gonna go ahead and get going. We got 21,000 liters of corn in here, and then there's another 2,000 liters of corn in the combine there. But we're also going to just leave the combine there for the night because I have to get a motel back in Tahiti there, and that's because there's no house out here, so that's why I have to go back into town. But most of this stuff can just stay out here. So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna set like this. Which side's my auger on? I think it's this side. Alright, yep. So we're gonna go ahead and get this like this, and I'm gonna go get the old International there, and we're gonna go start filling. Well, I just hopped into the old International here. Let's go ahead and crank her up here, and let's go ahead and get her on moving. This is a very nice option for our farm since we're not really big enough to have an actual semi with a trailer. This is another very good option to have. So we're gonna go get dumped on real quick, and then we gotta head into town and get some or sell the corn here for us. So let's see here. We should just be right about here. Did I do something wrong? Oh, I don't have the PTO connected here. Let's just gotta do that real quick. And we're filling with corn here. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and wait until this fills up, and I'll let you know when it's done. Well, the old International's full. We still got about 6,000 liters in the old cart here. So we're going to go ahead and fold up the auger and run back and get another load real quick. And did that fold in? Yep. So we're going to go ahead and run back and get another load real quick. And then all we have to do for the next round is just to park the truck under the auger, and we'll get her unloaded. So we'll meet you when we're at the combine here. Well, we're just now pulling back into the combine. I'm just going to shoot her down the bank here. Should be good. Right about there. Alrighty, while this is filling, whenever this finished filling, I'm gonna go shut the combine off and get her parked for the night, and then I'm gonna go get the combine parked and shut off for the night, and we'll meet you back over at the house. Alright, well, we got another 8,000 liters on the old cart here. Now that we don't have another full load, check both ways. Since we don't have another full load, more than likely we will just run that one load into town, and then more than likely tomorrow we will come back and finish off hauling, or we might do it today. I'm not sure yet. Depends on how many loads the elevator can hold. It's real busy season right now. So we better go ahead and go get this thing unloaded here. And let's go out. We're just gonna cut through the. We're just not gonna drive through the yard if I can drive here. Alright, let's go ahead and get the auger out here. Go ahead and do that, and then we'll shut her off, and then we'll head into town here. Alrighty, well, since we just left the old International running, we're going to go ahead and hop in here. And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to open up my handy dandy tablet here and see what the prices are. Well, it looks like for corn, we're not going to get the greatest amount of parts here, but we're going to go to FS Growmark since it has a $445 a bushel. Or not a bushel, per liter, per 1,000 liters. So we're going to go ahead and untag that here. And we're going to go ahead and head on over there, and we'll catch you here in a little bit. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, we will have to put some anhydrous, which is basically a fertilizer for the corn. It adds nitrogen, so basically it increases the yield. We'll have to add some of that to our cornfield there, because I think I'm going to do corn on corn this year, or next year again, so I'm planning on doing that. So anyway, we're just about to pull into town here. If I know where I'm going, hopefully I do. Let's go ahead and just run this red light here. Alright, perfect. Alright, so it looks like it's over there because of the green beacon. Looks like the neighbors haven't got out all their corn yet. We're still pretty busy. I think next episode we have to get beans out. Or if we do a live stream this Saturday, we will get those beans out. But let's see, which road is it? I think it's... Which road is it? I think it's this one right down here. Yep, it is this one right about in here. Alrighty, well, we're just gonna get on pulled in here. I don't think we have to weigh or anything. It shouldn't really matter here. Let's see, where am I wanting to go? Oh, right in there. Alright, let's go ahead and pull on in here and see how much money we can make. Back her up just a tad bit more. Alright, about perfect. And we're dumping corn. We'll see how much money we end up getting. Probably not a whole lot, but we also have to go back and get one more load, and then we are done. So we'll catch you when we're back at the farm here. Well, we just made about $6,000. It wasn't a lot of money, but if anything helps, especially for the farm that we got now, we only have $56,000 to our name, which more than likely is going to be put towards bins and some augers. I don't know when we'll get around to do that, but that needs to be a project that needs to be done. Just because we could have got a lot better price, except we don't have anywhere to store it for now. So anyway, we will meet you back at the farm. Well, we are just now pulling back into the farm here, and let's go ahead and turn on in. So we have one more load to get with the tractor here, and then we are going to be done. So let's go ahead and park that right about there. Let's go start the 8200 real quick. There we go. We're going to get around loading here. So that's good to go. We're going to go ahead and hop out here. We're good to go there. We also need to get some of this stuff organized. Evidently the trailer's a little back heavy to be off the ground here, but should be fine. We need to get some stuff organized. We need to use this square body. It's a good old farm truck, so we're gonna have to use that. Since we've been living out of the motel while we're getting harvest done, we need to get out to the farm today because we have a lot of beans to cut today, and a short time to get it because prices are dropping for corn right now. It's currently like $15 per bushel. So it's on the slow decline. So we need to head out to the farm here this morning. Hopefully get all that stuff cut today, maybe. If we can get it all cut, that would be great, just so I don't have to come back the next day and do it some more. But we're gonna have to take the old square body out, grease the combine, the grain cart, and then the tractor, and then hopefully get everything switched over towards to beans on the combine, get everything adjusted and things like that, top it off with diesel, and then yeah, so we'll meet you out at the farm here. Well, we're just about to pull into the farm here. Last video, we know we got that cornfield done, and we'll have to grease the combine and get it switched over. Like I said, some stuff has changed. I locked everything up last night, so nothing could get going. And also, we need to run the load of beans into town with the International. I think that's what we're gonna do before we get started today, just so we get some more money. So let's go crank the International here. Well, we just got the International started here. We gotta let it warm up for a little bit. It's pretty brisk out. We also need to take the square body over to grease the combine. There's some hourly grease circs on the 8200, and then there's some stuff on the grain cart here. So we have plenty to do today. Hopefully, I'm planning on getting this big field done. If we get this big field done, then we have to move to these. There's 2 more fields up there that we have to get done. So anyway, we're gonna go get in the International and get turned around and heading up to town. Yeah, like I said last video, this International grain truck is really handy to have. But if we expand the farm, buy some more land, we're gonna have to eventually switch to a semi because this is not very handy. It only holds about 400 bushels, and that's not good enough for what I need for right now. Because that grain cart, I don't know, holds 600, I think. So we're gonna head on up to the to town here and deliver a load of corn to the local co-op. And once we do that, we'll be back and get ready on bean harvest. Well, we are just about to pull onto the co-op road here. Taking it a little hot, but it should be fine. Hopefully we get a halfway decent amount of money from it. $15 a bushel. It's like $15.50 a bushel, which is not terrible. It's not the best it can be, but I mean it's money and we need it right now, especially for the bins that I'm wanting to put in eventually. So let's see. All right, so we're gonna get the dump in here, and I'll catch you when we're heading back. Well, we just made about 6 grand here for corn. Not the greatest, but 6 grand. It'll surely help out quite a bit here. We're gonna go head back to the farm here and get everything greased and get started cutting beans today. And yeah, so we'll meet you back at the farm. Well, we're just now pulling back into the farm here. I think we're just going to park this right over here in front of the 8200 here. Parked it right about there. I got to go unlock the shed here. We should probably start the little square body here so it'll get to warming up. Let's go ahead and start this. Okay, that's getting to warming up. We have to run inside, get our grease gun, get some oil, get some diesel, and top off everything. So we got the shed unlocked here. Let's go run in and get it. And we need to get that open for today. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this stuff and we'll meet you over at the combine. Well, we got all of our grease gun and stuff like that, so we're just now here over at the field. So let's go ahead and pull this on over here, park this right about here. I'm gonna go ahead and pop these panels and get to our grease zerks here, and we'll catch you when we do that. Well, I just got the panel popped here. We have to grease all these spoolies and stuff like that. There's a whole bunch of stuff that we do have to do here. So, and then that's about it for this side. We have to grease the PTO on the corn head here. And on this other side, we have some more pulleys and some stuff like that to grease. Your clean grain auger, all that stuff. So we're going to go ahead and get everything greased, fired up, warmed up, and then, and that should do it. So now everything's greased here. So we're going to go ahead and hop up here. Go ahead and fire her up this morning. Go ahead and get all of our panels shut. Well, we got the John Deere warming up here. So we're going to go ahead and pick up the head, go ahead and throw on our hazards, and we have to go ahead and get on over here. So we'll switch to beans here. So we have to take off the corn head and do some stuff like that. We'll have to come back and get the square body, bring it back over here after a while. Hopefully these beans do better than this corn did. It should, but you never know. Could have been like crap. But if we get any bigger of a corn head, if we switch to a 12, we're not going to be able to fit across the bridge anymore. I think we're just going to park it back in the regular place, and once we get it parked and I get everything unhooked, then I have to get out and switch all the concaves and all that stuff to switch it on over to beans. So alright, well, we'll catch you when I get everything hooked back up. We got everything switched over. We have to, let's get the PTO hooked up here, get the hydraulics put up. So now that we have that, we need to get everything adjusted on the head, because we have everything adjusted in the combine. So let's go ahead and back this off just a little bit. We need to change the reel right here. It needs to be down and back towards us just a tad bit. So we are good to go here. So we're going to go down here and get our end rows cut off. Let's try not to hit anything because we have a 30-foot head. It's a pretty big head for this combine. Let's see here. We're missing everything, so that's a good start. So we're going to go ahead and drop everything down here. So let's see if she fires. All right, there's that. And we're going to get to cutting here and see how it goes. Let's see. We need to go a little farther, and then we're going to hop out and see how everything's doing for grain-wise. All right, let's go ahead and pause it right there. We'll shut that off. Okay, not bad. There's not very many beans. There's one there, one there, one there, one there. That's good that we don't have any beans, or we don't have much beans, so it's set right. So we're going to go ahead, and I'm going to put you guys on a time lapse, and hopefully we can get this field knocked out. Well, we just now got full here. We have about 375 bushels on the combine here. I'm gonna run over and get the 8200 fired up and bring it on over here so we can have something to dump on. So we'll meet you when we get it over here. Well, we just got over the 8200 here, fired up just like normal, which is really good. So I think we have to do this, just finish up this little part, and then we can start doing the straight passes here. Sorry guys, this might be a little bit of a long video here today. I think this is the last field we have to do for this season. We have about one cornfield, one bean field, so it kind of evens out here. So we're gonna go ahead and let's get turned around here, go ahead and drive under the auger here, and we're filling here. So we're gonna go ahead, I'm just gonna leave this right here to shut it off, and we're gonna go back and get into the combine and get everything unloaded here, because it's already unloaded. So we're gonna go ahead and get up here. This combine's been working pretty good. We've got almost 2 end row passes done. Once we get it all the way done, it'll be nice. It'll be nice since we can just start going down and backs again. So alrighty, well we probably better get started here again. So we're gonna put you guys back on a time lapse here and hopefully finish up this field. So alrighty, we'll catch you here in a little bit. And there we go. I think that's gonna do it for today's video here. We got quite a bit done, but more than likely next episode we will finish the rest of this. It's just kind of a lot. I bet you guys are kind of bored of watching time lapses. So anyway, I think that's gonna do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys are liking this series. Hopefully we will see you in the next one. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back out here to the first generation farming series, and today we have a lot planned. But first off, we need to go ahead and crank the Duramax. So I was scrolling on Facebook Marketplace last night, and I found a camper, so we don't have to live at the hotel anymore. It's just right down the street. It should be right over here. It's like $1,500. It's a little rough, but it should do the job for being a camper. It's about 9:30. We did end up getting all the beans cut, so now that we're done with beans, we have to move on to putting anhydrous down and doing some stuff like that. And looks like the camper's right here. It's a pretty solid camper, especially for $1,500. So we're gonna run in and go talk to the guy real quick and see if we can pick it up. Well, I just talked to the guy. We got it down to about $1,300. I'm gonna send him a check later. But yeah, so we have the camper now for about $1,300. That's gonna be 10 times better to have than staying in the hotel and spending a lot of money on it. So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing hooked up real quick, and we'll catch you when we're peeling out. Well, we just got everything hooked up here. We're just now peeling out. The camper pulls halfway decent from what we saw here, but we have to run out to the farm first thing this morning. We have to crank the 8200 and then run down to the anhydrous place and pick up a toolbar and a tank so we can get started on anhydrous and hopefully maybe get some tillage done today. I don't know how much tillage we will get done because we have a lot of anhydrous to get done. But you never know. It could change. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and meet you out at the farm. Well, we're just now about to pull into the farm here. It looks like we just left all the doors open. More than likely there's nobody that comes out on these outer roads here, so we're pretty good about not being broken into. So we have all that stuff there. We need to get the combine washed and the head washed and all that stuff put away. And like we said, we did end up doing all the rest of the beans there. So let's go ahead and move this. I think we're just gonna put the camper right about here, and we'll just do that. Well, that's where we're gonna park the camper for now. So we're gonna go ahead and unhook her. Now that we have this setup. We should be able to live out of this now, and it should be 10 times better than living out of the hotel there. So we're gonna go ahead and pull the Duramax on up here, and we have to go move some stuff around, organize some equipment real quick, and get all that stuff organized for the day. Yeah, we have to get everything organized. We have to or all the grain. We have to unhook the head and do all that stuff. I don't think we got a pressure washer out here. I probably should run to town and buy one, but we don't right now. So basically, we just got to get some stuff organized. So we'll catch you when we get all that done. Well, we just got a whole lot of our stuff organized here. We have to take the 8200 and get the applicator and all that stuff. Everything is now organized. It's a lot neater around the farm here. Makes it 10 times easier to get around. So we need to run into town here and pick up our applicator, our toolbar, and our tanks. So we're gonna go ahead and head on into town here and pick up our stuff. Well, we're just now about to pull in here. We've been getting along pretty well driving here. So I think we're going to get a smaller tank since we don't have too terrible lot of acres to do. So I think we're going to take out this blue bar right here, if I can speak today. So we have to go ahead and let's go ahead and get this one hooked up. I'm gonna park this right here. I'm gonna go run into the little office here, and I'm gonna go talk to the guy and see how much it's gonna come out to. Well, it was about $3,500 for the for using the toolbar and the tank here. So that's a lot for anhydrous. It'll hopefully help our yield. So let's go ahead and hook this up here, and let's go ahead and pull on over here, because yeah, we're just gonna take one of these little guys right here, because like we said, we don't need one of them really big ones, just because it's like very unnecessary for our operation that we have running here. We're gonna go ahead and back up this, and we're gonna get hooked up to this tank here. Well, we just got everything. We got the tanks full, so we have anhydrous and we have everything hooked up, so we're good to go. Also, we got a mask and some gloves from them, because they said it's really dangerous, because if it gets on your eyes, you'll go blind, and if you breathe it in for too long, you'll have lung problems like lung cancer and all that. But so they were kind enough to let us borrow a mask and some gloves, which was very nice of them. So we're gonna go ahead and head on back to the farm here and hopefully get some anhydrous put on. Well, we're just about to pull into the first field here. We're planning on doing corn with this. We're doing partial corn on corn. We're not doing full corn on corn here, but we have this field. It's not a very big one. We have quite a few of these to knock out today, and we're planning on just doing the corn ground, because beans didn't turn out to do too bad. So we're gonna go ahead and get all of our hoses connected. Let's go ahead and get our applicator unfolded, our toolbar here, and I'm gonna run out and then hook up the hoses real quick and get our stuff hooked up, and that should do it. So now that we got the hoses hooked up here, we are good to go. So we're gonna go ahead and hop up here. Let's go ahead and get our stuff turned on here, lower on down here, and let's get to putting some nitrogen on here. Well, we're putting on anhydrous here. We're gonna go ahead and put you guys on a time lapse, and we'll catch you here in a minute. Well, we just got all of the anhydrous done for this field. Now that we have it all done here, we're gonna go ahead and head on to our next field here. Didn't use much anhydrous on this field, which was really surprising. This field was really lacking in nitrogen, which is not good because it's bottomland and it should have plenty of nitrogen. But we're gonna go ahead and move on to our next cornfield here, and we'll go ahead and get started. Well, that's our last field for anhydrous here. We have one more on up the hill that we have to get done. It's like a 3-acre field. It's not a very big one at all. And let's go ahead and get our hazards on here. Make sure everything's folded up, everything's shut off. We're good to go here. Let's go ahead and pull that here. Like I said, it's about a 2-acre field. Won't take us long to get done. And then we're done with that. And I think we will maybe start on tillage. I'm not sure yet, but I think we're gonna disc that, and then we're gonna have the co-op come out here or rent a spreader and spread some P and K on there and get some more nutrients into the ground, because those beans did not yield very good. They didn't yield what they should have yielded, and if we do that, that'll help the little beans out a lot, and that'll help us out get a better profit for our time and effort. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and head on up to this field real quick, and we'll meet you here in a minute. Well, we're just about to pull on into the field here. Let's go ahead and go on down here just a little bit here, and we're gonna go ahead and get started and knock out this little halfway decent field here, and we're gonna go ahead and get her knocked out, and we'll catch you when we get done. Well, we just got done with this field here. We're just getting everything folded up while we're heading back to the field entrance here. Now that we're done with this, we can head on back to the farm and maybe get started on tillage. So we'll catch you back at the farm. Well, we're just about to pull them back into the farm here, and we're just going to pull the anhydrous and all this stuff over here. They don't want the tanks back until tomorrow, so we're just going to park this right here, shut that off. Today's agenda, we have to get started on fall tillage here. Last episode, we got all the anhydrous put on for our corn ground. Now today, we have to get this field dished up, and I think that's about it for fields. But first off on the agenda this morning, we have to run in and start the tractor and get it warming up. I ended up pulling it into the shed last night because it rained a little bit, and so that's why it's in here, and we have to take this back up to the anhydrous place and unhook everything and do that for them. So we're gonna go ahead and get everything started up and cranked up, and we'll go ahead and meet you up there. Alright, well, we just got to pull it out of the shed here. So now that we have all of our anhydrous done, we're good to start on tillage, like I said. And that camper was pretty nice last night. It's 10 times better than the crappy motel that was in town there, and I like it 10 times better, and it's a lot nicer. But we got all that ground done over there. We have this ground to do for tillage, and then we should be good to go for planting season. I'm not quite sure yet, but once we get that, but yeah, we should be good for planting season. So we're gonna go ahead and meet you up at the anhydrous place. Well, we're just about to pull into the anhydrous place here. I'm not really sure where they want all this stuff at, so I think we're just going to park it over here for them and just park the entire thing here. And I think they'll get it moved around. I would suppose. So we're gonna go ahead and hop out, unhook this real quick, and then we'll be back in the tractor heading back home. Well, we just got the applicator and the toolbar unhooked here, so now we have to make our way on back home and get started on the disc today. We have to grease it and do all that stuff. All your discs itself need to be greased. All that stuff needs to be greased, and we have to do a whole bunch of stuff. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and head on out here back to the farm and hopefully get started on tillage. Well, we're just now pulling back into the farm here. We have to go get the disc disc hooked up and then get this field knocked out this morning. So we have to run into this shed and get some grease and grease the disc here. And once we get the disc greased, then we should be good to go. And that's our only field to do. So we're gonna go ahead and hook this up real quick. And let's go ahead and get that hooked up. Go ahead and get our hoses hooked up. Now that we got that done, I'm gonna run inside, get the grease gun, grease all this, and then we'll be in the field. Well, I just got the grease gun. We're gonna go ahead and grease this real quick, and I'll catch you when we get done. And that should do it. Now that we have the disc greased, we should be good to go. Go get started on the field. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, and I'm gonna put you guys on time lapse, and we'll catch you in a little bit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to do it for today's video. We've got a lot done. More than likely, I'm just going to finish this off camera, and then next video, we'll probably get into planning. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one.